Welcome to Prime Cuts, choice racing action from America's grassroots racetracks. Today, we're at Citrus County Speedway in Inverness, Florida. It's day 2 of the INEX Winter Nationals with legend cars and bandoleros, courtesy of U.S. Legend Cars TV.
Number 2 of INEX Winter Nationals qualifying has completed. We've got a whole host of races to bring you. Everybody's getting excited, anxious, ready to go for this second day. This is the lineup for the second Masters feature of the week here at Citrus County Speedway.
Kevin Rollins and Doug Stevens will be row number 1. Scott Mosley and Robbie Woodall scheduled in row 2. Kevin Nowak and Brandon Risley, row number 3. Bill Clemens Jr. and Lee Jordan, row 4. Giles Martin and Daryl Buckingham set to go in row 5. Row 6, Brad Van Houten and Jim Sylvester. Brad Hall, Mike Floyd, row number 7. Row 8, Tim Skinner Jr. and Patrick Owens and Chris Byerly and Josh Mullins in row number 9. Those are your Legends Masters. Keep your eye on the 24. 6 features in a row just last month at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Green, 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 and we are Legends racing in the Masters division.
The Crazy Old Men down through 1 and 2. The 00 Mosley going to pick up the lead. Kevin Nowak right in behind in the 24. And then Lee Jordan wheel to wheel with Risley for position number 3. Ashton.
Risley takes it up the track a little bit higher. And Lee Jordan still on his inside. Risley's hoping to be able to make it around and pass Lee Jordan, or he might just settle back behind him.
Mosley in front. Scott from McDonough, Georgia. One of those, whoa, we got to spin, we got to hop.
Oh.
Clemens Jr. spinning, causing that one.
So that will draw the caution. Bill Clemens Jr. around in a turn number. There's a stray fender.
Yeah.
We're looking for Bill Clemens right here as he goes around. Little contact with the 5 at Risley, and there's the fender, I believe, that's going to come off. It might have come off the H2O car, Daryl Buckingham. As one more look at it. Gray 15, silver 15 to the bottom side. The 5 is going to go around along with the 15. 5 of Risley saves it.
That was a heck of a save by Risley in the 5. Mosley gets a good start, though, on the inside. Nowak on the outside, the white car there, but he's got to be careful. He's got company on the inside. The leader will be Scott Mosley down the back straightaway.
Mosley settles into first as that battle for second heats up as Lee Jordan and that 24 car of Nowak are side by side, going back down into turn 1 and 2.
Battle for position number 3 is at 81. Jordan tries to hold off the 5 of Risley. Risley on the upside, going to get that run into turn number 2 and take that spot away behind. It's Van Houten and Sylvester going at it for a top 5 spot. They all scatter around. Daryl Buckingham in the H2O, the driver from Calgary, Alberta, losing a spot. Bill Clemens looking to the outside.
A lot of looks here. Looks high, looks low. This is the battle for third, and it looks like the 81 of Lee Jordan from South Carolina right now with his car in front of the 5. He'll take the 3rd spot for the time being.
Giles Martin had a moment down the back straightaway, Lenny. We stay green flag racing, but he was way out of the groove in turn number 2. The Masters continuing to run under the green flag. We're closing in on that halfway point in a few laps. 6 laps completed this time of a 25-lap feature as Mosley continues to lead with Nowak in a second. This battle here, middle of the pack, Lenny, has been pretty intense.
It really has. They are racy all over the place. You see these 2 gray cars. They're teammates from the dojo, Joe Ryan Osborne Racing. And right now, it looks like they have settled in that center position in the field. While the leaders continue up front. These guys trying to hold off Clemens, who's trying to work his way back through the field.
Your leader is still Mosley in that 00 as Nowak behind him and Jordan in 3rd. Mosley is pretty comfortable with that lead as he is a good distance between Nowak, but Jordan is starting to catch their 2nd place.
Leader Mosley continues to hold court up in front, and as you mentioned, Ashton, this battle for 2nd is about to be a little more hotly contested. The 81 of Lee Jordan is on the back bumper of the 24 of Nowak, as might have had a piece of debris fly up in turn number 2. It's sitting at the top of the racetrack. We stay green flag racing, but Nowak and Jordan. Nose to tail. This is the battle for position number 2, Lenny, as they go down into 2.
Lee Jordan has chased Nowak all through the winter heat series and now trying to get to the bumper to take the position away from him here and be in the top 2 as Lee Jordan crosses the start-finish line. He is right there. Nowak is in his sights.
Nowak trying to hold on to position number 2. Lee Jordan trying to take it away. They pulled away from the rest of the field as they continue to run into the green, and we're halfway home in this one. 13 down and 12 to go. Ashton, the Masters are putting on a show here.
Yes, they are. Jordan pulling back from that back bumper of Nowak just a little bit, but looking for a good run for him to be able to cross down to the inside of him. 12 laps to go. Mosley, Nowak, Jordan, Risley, Sylvester is your top 5.
Nowak chasing Mosley while he is pursued by Jordan. Around we go to 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go underneath Bubbles Bronson here at Inverness, Florida. Citrus County Speedway Winter Nationals for the INEX. Hey, Tim, what does INEX mean?
Inexpensive. As they come by this time, the lead's about to be a battle. Scott Mosley had a huge advantage, and now they have caught the 00, and it's 4 of them that have caught the leader, the 15 of Bill Clemens. From the back of the field is 5th, got a little ways to go, but he may be there if these guys continue to go at it as Mosley leads this field, but Ashton got a little bit of competition behind him.
And the lap traffic is starting to become a factor too as they are catching up. Mosley is still your leader. Nowak behind him. Lee Jordan and Risley once in that fight. Does he have what it takes? Nowak a little bit behind Mosley, but 7 laps to go. He has time to catch him.
Yeah, Mosley had to be careful through that lap traffic, and that gave Jordan just a little bit of time to close in, but he still can't get the deal done. 6 laps to go for the leader as they go through corner number 2. Nowak now starting to assert himself. His car's getting better. Will Nowak be able to grab his first win of the Winter Nationals?
Kevin Nowak looking to take it away from Mosley. Got a great run at a turn number 4 that time, but cannot do anything with it. But he did it right there to the bumper in 1 and 2. And Kevin Nowak going to go to the inside and take the advantage. The New York driver goes to the point. The 00 of Mosley in behind for the first time. This feature has to play offense, and he might play a little bit here. Looks back to the inside. Lee Jordan a part of this battle. Lenny, they are getting at it.
3 of the Masters going at it in quarter number 3. A lap car in front of them. Who's going to be able to make things hold as they go across start-finish line? 3 laps to go. Mosley's back in front. Nowak wants it back, and here comes Lee Jordan.
Lee Jordan to the inside trying to get there on Mosley and will not make the move. It's 5 cars going for the lead, led by Mosley with 2 laps to go. This is the biggest advantage he's had in the last 10 laps or so, and he may be able to hold off the rest of this field for the victory. They'll come by this time and see the white flag. Final lap for Scott Mosley as Mosley holds court over a hotly contested battle for second. Trouble! Turn number 2. It's Jordan and Nowak. Yellow flag will fly.
Wow. Second and third spinning together into corner 1 on the final lap, or what could have been the final lap. Like Nowak approached the corner like he was going to do a high-low or try to use the outside to work back to the inside. They were tangling on the front stretch and touched again. Who knows where that started?
Risley did a great job getting around that. One more look at it as it comes down to you in turn at number 1 and 2 and slides right into your picture.
Yeah, they were already going at it coming out of 4. And they just kept beating on each other. Nowak wanted to get it back from Jordan, and Jordan didn't want to give it back. So that's where they ended up. Get ready to go through corner number 3, and the voice of the Legends Winter Nationals, Tim Terry, going to take them to finish here on the racetrack.
Oh, they may not. Into the infield goes Plemons, and big hit for Bill Plemons Jr.
Wow.
That was big.
He's clearly moving around inside the race car.
Chatting with John Kelly as we... So right here, The 15 almost looks like he kind of takes evasive action a little bit there, maybe, Lenny?
Yeah, I don't know that he was watching the mirror there. What caused it in front of him? Let's see what he thinks he saw.
So Plemons is inside of row number 2. Van Houten right behind him.
Oh, just a little bit of a bump maybe on the right or left rear of the 5. Watch the 15 go up towards the 5. Inside of 2 ends up with slight contact with outside of 1. Car pushing up. Little maybe tic-tac with the 5. Just enough to make him try to...
Looks like the 15 might have spun their tires a little bit on that restart, and that's what brought him down into the 21. It's hard to tell.
Scott Mosley trying to hold off. It is now Brandon Risley to the outside. Giles Martin sits in 3rd with Sylvester in 4th and Bucky in position number 5. Here they come. It's going to be a green and white together to close off this Masters feature and the final race on the look-in. Green flag flies, green and white together, and we are back underway. Scott Mosley got a great advantage down through 1 and 2. Risley in second. We're stacking them up in turn number 2. They are going to come by through 3 and 4. They're going to stay green to the double checkered. Your winner is Scott Mosley.
Wreck right at the end there. Unfortunate for some of those drivers. H2O's right front there. Not looking so hot.
Well, he is making it work, though.
He's trying.
One of the most exciting races yesterday was these pros. Landon Rapp's last lap pass, and Landon will start on the front row alongside of Joel Smith, while Cameron Bolin and Jake Boleman will be row number 2. Jaron Gianni and Jensen Jorgensen, row number 3. Chase Mongen and Sean McIlerney, row 4. Garrett Gum, Nick Woodall, row number 5 for the pros here at Inverness, Citrus County Speedway. TJ DeCare and Richie Davidowitz, Martin Gatzoulis and Jackson Denton, Nick Lascola and Gage Gilby, rounding out the pros on track.
The best drivers in all the land set to come at us for a 25-lap show on a Tuesday afternoon as a part of Winter Nationals. The blue and yellow 24 of Joel Smith leads them through 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, the pros.
Landon Rapp with a strong run on the outside, yesterday's winner, while Smith pushes it on the inside, and here comes the 67 of South Carolina's Cameron Bolin. All of them hustling through on lap number 1 of the pros to start finish.
Jensen Jorgensen moved that 32 to the inside of Jake Bowman. That was a slick move down there through 3 and 4. Bowman going to take position number 4 back away as Cameron Bolin, Landon Rapp, wheel to wheel through 3 and 4. Looks like Cameron Bolin will pick up position number 2.
Yeah, putting some of that speed in the car last night. Bolin's now using it, and he sets his sights on Joel Smith, the leader, the blue car originally from Michigan. You've got a South Carolina competitor, then the 71 of Boleman from California, all across the country coming here to the Winter Nationals.
Rapp, your winner yesterday, still proving strong as Bowman and Rapp battle again. This was the crazy tension we saw yesterday, and they're still out there battling today as Joel Smith and Cameron Bolin don't mind the tension, and they'll take it and drive off. And
behind them, McIlerney in the 98 trying to get to the inside of the 32 at Jensen Jorgensen. Garrett Gum, little sideways, as looks to the inside and sees TJ DeCare beginning to make the move towards the front of the field. The local driver in the 19 trying to make the move up, and then in behind them, that 24 car of Richie Davidowitz, a part of the field as well. Lenny, we've got talent top to bottom in this pro division.
Yeah, DeCare is a former Internationals winner. He is mired in the middle of the pack right now as we're looking at Boleman and Rapp for 3rd and 4th, while leader Smith holds off the Cameron Bolin machine for the time being. They're going to put some laps on, maybe run clean, and then they'll get dicey as it ends up 18 laps or so from now.
Great run from McIlerney in the 98 as he runs in position number 6 with Garrett Gum and TJ DeCare right on the bumper. These pro drivers beginning to log some laps, getting closer to the halfway point in this one. 8 laps completed, be 9 completed this time by, and 16 laps to go. For the pro division, it's led by the 24 of Joel Smith. Was put up a great effort in Vegas at Asphalt Nats last year. He's continuing to come into his own. And now Jake Bowman, who you see on your screen, the driver from Huntington Beach, California, racing for Mr. Donnie St. Hours as he closes in on the 67 of Cameron Bolin.
Jake Bowman is currently your fastest lap time out there, and he also had the pleasure of being that yesterday as well. Him and his Donnie St. Hours team looked at those times yesterday, and Joel Smith is right behind him.
Right now, and now we've got trouble for the 91 and the 25 in turn 4.
That's Gazoulis in the 91 and Gage Gilby in the 25. That will slow to a crawl in turn number 4 for the 25. This is his first week as a pro.
And we're going to take a quick look at that replay. Oh, that 124 just losing control a little bit and going around.
Slides into your shot here, just a little ways behind here.
Past the bunch of white cars here. You should be seeing it. It's already happening.
So Jace Mungin, I believe, was behind him, Lenny. I don't know if there was any contact there or not. Working through 3 and 4, Joel Smith is the control car. We come back to green, and we're back underway. Joel Smith holds that inside line with Cameron Bolin tucked up tight, and Garrett Gum looking to make a move as they exit turn number 2, wheel to wheel down into 3.
Bowman put the pressure on. He's doing it again, but Joel Smith will not be denied. Right now, his hands gripping tight to the lead. He comes out of 2. He's got Bowman and Bolin behind him, but it's Smith in front.
Bowman holding the inside line as he will not let Bowman down. The 67 and the 71 battling back and forth, and here comes Jorgensen getting a little loose, but able to hold it.
3 wide down the back straightaway as Jake Bowman gets a little ahead, and just like we were yesterday, Landon Rapp trying to get position number 3 away from Jake Bowman. Top 2 tucked up tight. Landon Rapp takes 3rd. Sean McIlerney, great run for the 98 to the inside. Lenny as he takes 1 more on Bowman.
Yeah, McIlerney in that dark brownish car on the inside, starting to show some speed. He's in 4th, going, the 91 slow. Will he bring out a caution? No, he's able to move. McIlerney now to the inside of Rapp. They make contact.
Up the hill goes Landon Rapp, and he's going to lose a ton of spots. 3 wide down into turn number 1, and that's not going to work. Bowman up the hill, McIlerney up the hill. Garrett Gum picks up a couple of spots. Look at the battle for the lead up in front. Cameron Bolin's going at it. The pros putting on another show. Lenny with 4 to go.
4 laps to go. Cameron Bolin trying his best to get it away from Joel Smith. Right now he couldn't do it. Here comes Bowman and the 5 of Garrett Gum. That's the battle for 3rd with everybody else behind him while the leaders streak away. 3 laps to go.
Cameron Bolin knows a thing or two about getting late race passes done at Citrus County Speedway. He's on the back bumper of Joel Smith as they come out of turn number 4. 2 laps to go, and Bolin is there to the inside of Joel Smith as they go wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. Bolin looking to make this late race pass stick. Joel Smith looking to cross him over. They'll come to the white flag. Final lap in the Pro Division. Joel Smith has the inside line. He is to that bottom side of Cameron Bolin. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Bolin trying to cross him over, makes the move. Little contact at a turn number 4. It's going to be Joel Smith.
Somebody see Mrs. Smith. She's probably hyperventilating on that one. What a run!
Wow. Great way to end the race.
Joel Smith, that's our 2nd fantastic finish in a row in the pros. That's why they're the best. Fun group, and the car's starting to pull up. There is the 9 of TJ Moon. Ian Bryson Nichols will be on row number 1. Owen Zacharias and Carter Erickson, row number 2. Jay Hemingway, Lily Mpizzeri, row number 3. Cullen O'Connor and Carson Cobble, row 4. Lincoln Johnson and Carson Sherman, row 5. Addison Martinez, Chloe Mazzagatti, row number 6. Ailey Johnson and Cameron Millette, row number 7. Row 8 is Mandy Lee and Lily Wynot. Owen Byerly, the 17th starter on the field.
Here they come to the green flag. We're underway again as TJ Moon leads him down the front straightaway. Zacharias tucked up tight on the back bumper. Trouble!
Oh.
It's Carson Cobble. And Mazzagatti and Moo.
Mpizzeri there in the 00.
And the 7 also going around.
Mallet.
And Moo is going to need some help, I think.
At least nobody. Oh, the 9. The 9, Carson Sherman. Tapping on the 37 of Carson Cobble.
But let's get back to racing.
TJ Moon, Bryson Nichols to lead the Outlaws to that aforementioned green flag in the hands of Bowles Bronson. They make the turn out of 4 to the stripe.
Green flag is out once again for the Outlaws as they race it down into turn number 1. Nichols got a great start on the outside, but TJ Moon gets the launch out of turn number 2. The 8 car on the outside of Erickson trying to take it away from Owen Zacharias, and a little bit of contact in behind. They stay straight.
Moon had an Apollo rocket on that launch. He definitely got the move coming out of corner number 2 and is able to hold serve. Nichols drops into 2nd, Zacharias 3rd. Caution on the Speedway.
That is a Allie Johnson, that is an Addison Martinez, and that is a Mandy Lee.
That's caution number 2 for you.
And by the sounds of it, the 9 car of Sherman may have had a piece of that.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
It was a memorable lap.
Yes, it was.
TJ Moon coming around to the green once again with Nichols right on the rear Nerf bar, and everybody else followed him into the corner.
We know TJ Moon has speed, and we know Bryson Nichols, after these last few restarts, has a very good short-run car, good restart launch. And how about Zacharias? Owen Zacharias looking at position number 2.
Yellow again. Somebody up there in the high line of 213 car.
That's Addison Martinez. Tough break for Addison. Was involved in that most recent yellow flag, and something has given up the ghost on the Race Wraps Redhead Racing number 13 of Martinez. As TJ Moon is your leader in car number 9. The 9 of Moon leads the black number 80 of Bryson Nichols, Owen Zacharias, and Carter Erickson, your first 3 rows. The Outlaws have had a slow start to day number 2. They're back underway. And TJ Moon got a great launch there. The 80 of Bryson Nichols looking to the outside as they pilot down into turn number 1.
Zacharias.
Moon needed that start.
Zacharias, that Myrtle Beach racer, is right behind him. And now to the inside of Nichols as they are battling for that second spot as TJ Moon starts to pull away.
Zacharias to the inside looking to get that runner-up spot away from Nichols. Nichols doing a great job on the second groove, Lenny, trying to hold off that 35 as they will dive it down still side by side for the spot.
Now the little guy in the 35, multi-generational family of Zachariases racing all up and down the east coast of the U.S. Zacharias running along on the inside of the 35, trying to take the second spot, and he will do it. Owen Zacharias moves to 2nd.
And now Erickson trying to get up there and take position number 3 away from the 80 of Nichols. 3-car battle for position number 2 as they race down the back straightaway. Carson Cobble in behind them, trying to take a spot away from Hemingway, and Cullen O'Connor following them in behind.
The 8 machine of Carter Erickson from Winston, Georgia. That's where NASCAR driver Austin Hill is from. Hill, a former Legends racer back in his day. And you'll see him every now and then at Legends races helping out the mechanic on some of these cars. So Austin Hill's hometowner right there. Carter Erickson in the 8 machine on track.
And trying to reel back in as we got the yellow on the Speedway. right there. That's the 75 of Johnson. Single file restart. Moon, Zacharias, Erickson, Nichols, Cobble with Cullen O'Connor in position number 6. Kid looking to get his first top 5 here at Winter Nationals will pilot that white 33 from 6. They are tucked up tight for the first top 3 or 4 positions. TJ Moon leads them through corners number 3 and 4. And Ashton, they're coming back to green.
TJ Moon still holds the lead, but Zacharias is right on his bumper. That 8 in the 80 right behind them, too. Zacharias wants the lead with 13 laps to go. He has plenty of time to do that.
Carter Erickson and Bryson Nichols, the 8 in the 80, 3rd and 4th. And if the pink flag comes out and TJ Moon's in front, would that be a pink moon, which is the full moon in the month of April, named after the pink flowers that bloom in the spring?
Very nice fact, as TJ Moon's still our leader. 8 of Erickson is caught up to the back bumper of Zacharias. Erickson is all he sees in his rearview mirror right now, but he's going to keep pulling away as Bryson Nichols falls back.
Halfway home, 10 down and 10 to go in this second Outlaw feature of the week at Winter Nationals, as the 8 of Carter Erickson looks over the 35 of Owen Zacharias. That's the battle for position number 2 as TJ Moon begins to inch away just a wee bit. They've escaped from Nichols in position number 4 as Bryson tries to reel them back in. And Carson Cobble, great run in the 37, runs in 5th. Lenny just past the halfway point.
Yeah, Owen Zacharias kind of fell back a little bit in the early part of this, and now he's got the same speed just about as TJ Moon. Nichols in the 4th position. Kind of a fallback there for him. Erickson in 3rd. It's a 2-car tussle up front right now.
Owen Zacharias is trying to make that car get a little bit quicker, closing in on car number 9 at TJ Moon as they race down the back straightaway. It's getting a little bit closer up in front between those front 2. And Lenny, they've separated themselves from Erickson and Nichols and the rest of the field.
Yeah, they really have. Now they're starting to see the back of the field and going to have some of the lap cars come into play here as you see the white lapped car in the distance as the leader Moon gets to start finish.
TJ Moon continues to lead this one and trying to pad a little bit on that lead. Zacharias in a second battle for 3rd begins to heat up as they come by and put a lap on the pearl white number 2 of Why Not, and they've got some separation between themselves as they race here with 4 laps to go.
4 laps to go. Winter Nationals is a big deal. TJ Moon's already got a win. Can you imagine getting 2? Well, TJ Moon is starting to imagine that. Owen Zacharias getting smaller in the mirror as it's 4 laps to go, 3 laps to go now. TJ Moon out of corner number 2. The kid that moved from Maine to North Carolina to make his mark in this sport. He won yesterday. He comes out of corner number 4. 2 laps to go. Tim Terry.
2 laps remaining in this one. The 9, TJ Moon, has Owen Zacharias closing back in to that Redhead Racing ride. They'll come by this time and see the white flag. Final lap, never mind. That is the black 2. That's Mazzagatti on the outside and Owen Byerly in the 2 going around, and that will draw the yellow flag.
You always want a driver that you don't have to kick in the seat of the pants to go forward. You can pull them back a little bit, but it's the other way that you don't want. TJ Moon's one of those kind of drivers that you do want as a team owner, and that's why the Winter Nationals make stars out of so many. They're coming to green.
Green flag is back out along with the white. What does Owen Zacharias do to TJ Moon to try to take away this victory? Out of turn number 2, can Zacharias get the run? Looks down, TJ Moon shuts the door. Through 3 and 4, Zacharias plays chase, but it's TJ Moon back-to-back picks up the victory. Moon wins over Erickson, or Zacharias, Erickson, Nichols, and Sherman, your top 5. So back-to-back for the driver from Taylorsville, North Carolina. So the lineup for the Young Lions feature. It is Neil Doolin and Nathan Lyons on the front row with Kai Johnson and Ashton Williams, row number 2. Ben Morabito and Max Reeves, row number 3. Keelan Harvick and Ryan Zima. Row number 4 with Nicholas Denton and Anastasia Markovic in position number 10. Caden Tufts and Spencer Bradshaw, Taylor Mayhew, Trace Walker-Scott, Allison Johnson, Dylan Bongiovanni, Laquan McCoy, Carter Beatty, and Tyler Lupton.
Neil Doolin on the inside. His family's got a long history in dirt track racing. Nathan Lyons moved from Texas to North Carolina to be a part of the community of legends racing there in the Tar Heel State. Lyons grabbed a win in the summer shootout last year. Let's see what they can do as the front row comes around corner number 4.
Green flag is in the air, and we are underway for a 25-lap feature for the Young Lions. And Neil Doolin leads them down. Williams a little bit out of the groove in the 20 as they all scatter behind the leader, Neil Doolin. The 7 Kai Johnson looking to the inside, and Nathan Lyons. That's your battle for second one around in turn number 4. We'll see if we stay green on this one. No, we will not. Field will work down the back straightaway. We'll get ready to come back to green. It's the red, white, and black 79 of Neil Doolin, your leader, as they're tucked up tight through 3 and 4. Green flag comes back out. 1 lap completed, and we're back underway.
Doolin will lead into corner number 2. Johnson making the move with the 7 machine for the Joe Ryan Osborne race team. He's got Harvick behind him, but Johnson's going to be the one moving in the second.
Battle for position number 3 as Keelan Harvick goes to the inside. Harvick looking to pick up the spot on Lyons, will do so, and that Joe Ryan race car looks sporty this afternoon as Harvick looks for position number 2.
Joe Ryan versus Joe Ryan between second place right now with Kai Johnson and Keelan Harvick. Keelan Harvick looks to the inside as we take a look at the back half, all double stacked, and Harvick is going to pull ahead of Johnson just a little bit.
Nice move, nice drive by Keelan Harvick. Made it look easy going around Johnson, and it wasn't, but it just made him look easy. They come out of the corner. Harvick in second, leading the rest of the group behind the leader, Neil Doolin.
That was a great shot down there through turn number 1 and 2. They're 3 wide, stacked 2 deep down the front straightaway. These drivers getting at it in the middle of the pack. Walker-Scott picks up a spot. The 99 of Bradshaw to the inside of Denton. Behind them, Williams trying to battle with, I believe that might be Carter Beatty in the 7 as they continue to race around here. Ashton top 5 or 6 or so. And as I say that, Keelan Harvick under pressure from Kai Johnson. But they've kind of separated themselves from the mess that was outside the top 7 or 8.
Yes, and Neil Doolin, the current leader in the 79, has pulled ahead, farther ahead than the rest of them as Harvick starts to pull away from the rest of the pack. But Johnson, Zima, and Lyons all trading back and forth.
Bradshaw around, and that will draw the caution. Yellow is out. That is the 99 of Spencer Bradshaw around in turn number 1 and 2, and the yellow flag will fly. They were getting racy for second place, Lenny. Keelan Harvick had that spot, but Kai Johnson and the rest were right on his bumper.
We go green flag when they come by. They're side by side through 3 out of 4. They look to the flag stand.
Green flag back out. We're back underway with Neil Doolin, and that's the jump that Kai Johnson needed. Johnson to the inside of Harvick and looking at Doolin for that top spot as they thunder down the back straightaway. Harvick to the outside, Johnson to the inside, 2 Joe Ryan race cars, and here comes the 21, and Nathan Lyons looking to make a move.
Nathan Lyons, the black car on the inside, 4th place right now. Kid from Texas is fast, but he's only holding back Zima and the rest of them, while the leader starts to really have his hands full with Kai Johnson behind him.
Oh, Zima!
The red and white car.
Zima around, and Carter Beatty may have got the wall. I don't know if he got it stopped or not, but that will be the caution. The 4 of Zima tried to fit into line, and Lenny, I think he was the pinball in that going down into turn number 1. We're getting ready to come back to the green flag this time by Neil Doolin and Kai Johnson. Your top 2, Harvick in the 62 and Lyons in the 21 to the outside. Side by side, approaching the halfway point of this Young Lions feature, and we're back underway.
Neil Doolin with a good start and then drove it up the hill.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Whoa.
Harvick did not get going there. The rest of the field did, and
that's Nathan Lyons.
And as Kyle McGowan said, there was a couple of cars not caught up, but we'll take a look at the replay here. Keelan Harvick in the 62 gets a shot from Max Reeves. Harvick is sideways here, and when he collects it, it just happens to be the 21 that's there.
Yeah, he cuts across, and I mean, Lyons was just there, and it wasn't like Harvick was aiming for him. He was trying to collect his car.
As we get ready to go green, Ashton, you have a quick weather report.
The clouds to the left of where we're sitting do not look too happy near turns 3 and 4, so hopefully they hold out.
Well, hopefully they stay over there.
Yep.
We'll get ready to go racing. Neil Doolin in the 79. You better believe he's happy right now, but he's getting ready to go back to work. Kai Johnson on the outside. Keelan Harvick to the inside. Better start for those drivers up in front. And Keelan Harvick looks to the inside. Too wide down the back straightaway. Kai Johnson gives a push to Keelan Harvick. New leader, 62 off of turn number 4.
What a run from the start for Keelan Harvick in the Hunt Brothers Pizza Machine. Out of corner number 2, he extends the advantage by almost a car length or 2 over Kai Johnson, Neil Doolin, and the rest of the field. Now Doolin in trouble. He may drop back to 4th as we've got a new player on the inside.
Doolin cannot seem to get down out of that outside row with Max Reeves on the inside playing defense with him, not letting him down. Kai Johnson and Keelan Harvick are starting to pull away.
And then in behind, Caden Tuff's beginning to make his way towards the front in the 00. He's to the inside of the 79. Walker Scott in tow as well as they dive it down into turns number 3 and 4. Keelan Harvick leads Kai Johnson, Max Reeves, your top 3.
Keelan Harvick, since that restart, has continued to pull away. Johnson, his dojo teammate, in second. Reeves third. Tufts, Doolin, Walker, Scott, the top half dozen. Here you see the 23 machine of Walker Scott on the inside, the Colorado native. In front of Doolin as they come out of the corner, Walker Scott will grab the position.
They thunder off a turn at number 2. Top 3 have a little bit of separation in between them. Closest battle on this racetrack is this freight train for 4th as Caden Tufts looks to the inside. Walker Scott trying to hold off Neil Doolin. Looking to the inside of Tufts as they battle it out for position number 4. Ashton, we're inside the final 10 laps of this one.
Yes, with 9 to go, they're pretty much all strung out, single file. Neil Doolin still looking for a way to get on the inside of Tufts to get back up to the top 3 positions. But with 8 to go, is there enough time for him to make it happen?
There's the leader, Keelan Harvick in the 62 machine, and now we got a couple cars spun.
It's Spencer Bradshaw and Bon Giovanni around in turn number 2, and that will draw the yellow. 17 laps now completed with 8 laps to go in this Young Lions feature. Here comes the field. It is a single file restart with 8 laps remaining in this one as they come out of corner number 4. Green flag flies. Kai Johnson looking to the inside.
Great start from Johnson as he goes to the inside of Harvick. Reeves right on the back bumper. They're still going to race side to side into 3 and 4.
Kai Johnson, the Kai man, taking over the top spot again and putting Harvick not back to 2nd, but all the way back to 3rd. He's strung out on the outside. He's got company on the inside for the 23 of Tracy Walker Scott. Harvick's going to go from 1st to maybe 4th, 5th, or even worse if he doesn't watch out here. He's trying to hang on the outside while the leaders pull away.
Walker Scott moves in one more spot, and here comes Caden Tufts to the inside of Keelan Harvick as they go wheel to wheel. Neil Doolin next in line. The freight train's pushing Harvick backwards and outside the top 5 as Doolin is there. Harvick to the outside. They continue to battle. Mayhew and Denton also putting on a show back there for that spot. It's a tough way to try to find a spot in the line if you're Keelan Harvick.
Yeah, it's like his dad out on a super speedway trying to find a way back into the proper line with all the energy. Right now, Keelan finally gets himself down into single file, but he's way back from the lead that he started this restart on. So Harvick in trouble, trying to get the 62 even anywhere close to a top 5, while Kai Johnson's got 2 laps to go once he gets to start-finish, but we get a caution.
Spencer Bradshaw, I believe, was around, and I don't know if he had any help, but Bradshaw was pointed the wrong direction in turn number 4.
Johnson leader, Reeves in second. We've been saying that and over and over and over again. Walker Scott in third. We go back to green flag racing. 3 laps to go.
He's going to get tight down into turn number 1 as Walker Scott tries to pick up that runner-up position. Caden Tufts in the 00 behind him. Neil Doolan did not get a great start. He's fallen back outside the top 5. Harvick sits in position number 5 with 2 laps to go. Lenny, who makes the first move?
Huge move for Kai Johnson. This is going to be the moment of his young career if he can finish this one off. I don't know if anybody can catch him. He comes out of corner number 4. White flag in the air. 1 more lap for Johnson.
Final lap for Kai Johnson behind. Bump and run for Caden Tufts, but Kai Johnson trying to hold off Max Reeves. Reeves gives him a shot through 3 and 4. Reeves to the inside. Drag race to the line. Max Reeves.
Wow, what a finish. Max Reeves in the last bit of racetrack took that away from Johnson. Gerald White III and Harley Johnson will be the front row. Wyatt Coffey and Billy Lee will be row number 2. Bentley Thompson, James Faulkner, row number 3. Evan Johnson and Brexton Bush, row 4. Row 5 features Landon Thrasher and Wesley Baumeister. Row number 6, Jack Smith, Bryson Carlbert, James Benke, and Hudson Ruff. Row number 7, Delaney Gray and Luca Dibb. Row 8, row 9, Jordan Bauer, Chris Flynn, and Camden Truitt is row number 10. Green flag is out. Lap number 1 starts off with White across the stripe in front. There is Coffey on the inside.
With an early caution out. Looks like we got some trouble in turn 1 as John Kelly just took off over there.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's folded up.
5 of Flynn, Chris Flynn.
That's the Panda.
Well, we're going to work on a green flag here for Gerald White III and Johnson right there. Harley Johnson in the 7 on the outside. They're coming around corner number 4, hoping they're seeing it. Bubbles Bronson waves the green flag.
3 wide down into turn number 1 as Wyatt Coffey 4 wide. They're going to slow it down, though.
Yellow. We're having an auction here with the Crayola crayon color yellow.
That is the 13 of Luca Dibb around on the front straightaway. With Johnson on the outside, flying through 3 and 4. Green flag flies. And Wyatt Coffey already to the inside. And
Wyatt Coffey's been percolating a long time there to get this green flag. And finally, he's going to pour it on and take the lead coming out of corner number 4. The 2 back in front where he finished the earlier feature off.
And White sideways might have got into the back of Wyatt Coffey. It's going to put it 2 wide down the back. Johnson going backwards. Where did James Faulkner come from? Faulkner to the inside, looking to take away position number 3.
He's a Falcon. A Star Trek reference?
Yeah, I got that one. The 38 of E3 Lee looking to the inside as well. Brexton Bush beginning to make his way towards the front of the field. We got 1 slow on the back straightaway. We stay green for the time being. As we continue to run, Wyatt Coffey is your leader. And then this battle right here, Billy Lee looking at James Faulkner for position number 3.
17 laps to go. Wyatt Coffey has pulled ahead of the pack by a good amount with Thompson behind him. Faulkner and Lee still trading back and forth as they go side by side into turn 1.
Brexton Bush in the 18 car, the Serve Pro machine, now starting to rumble his way towards the front. And Smith is back there as well. So a couple of the meanie greenies are on the move.
The 007 of James Faulkner looks to the outside as he tries to roll the top on Smith in the 9 to the inside. Brexton Bush, great job to make it to position number 3. Almost 3 wide in behind them. Bush takes that 3rd place position. Lenny, the only downside is that he's got a little ways to go to catch those top 2.
Yeah, I got 14 laps. I can't believe they'll run all the way green, so that may be able to snug it up in a restart or 2. Bush and Coffey may be going at it once again. There's Smith in the green 9 coming out of corner number 4. 13 laps to go. Things are smooth for the moment. Let's see if we can get it all the way to the finish.
Down the back straightaway, they run close quarters. The 007 of Faulkner picks up the spot. White falls back 1. Johnson battling there, and Landon Thrasher going to try to look for a position just inside the top 10 as they battle wheel to wheel with Johnson down the back straightaway. Ashton, these drivers putting on a show.
Yes, they are. And in it is Jack Smith in that 9 car. We saw his brother in victory lane a little bit earlier, and he's going to put the pressure on Billy Lee, who is currently in 4th, to try to hopefully get a podium finish.
Battle for second heating up. Brexton Bush has caught Thompson in the 22 as the Serve Pro at number 18B looking for the runner-up spot on Bentley Thompson. Lenny, pictures do not do this justice. 2 very bright race cars going for position number 2.
Bright race cars, bright racing drivers, but I think the green one's a bit faster than the orange one. It's now just, can he get around him? Can he find a lane that'll work for him? Right now he slides it in there. Bush on the inside, and the Thompson car to the outside. Thompson can't hold him off. Bush moves to second. Now Coffey is the only car in front of him. Brexton Bush holds second ahead of Thompson and with his sights set on Wyatt Coffey.
The downside is if it goes green, Lenny, it's 2/3 of a straightaway between Brexton Bush up to Wyatt Coffey, and now a lap car in between them, as well as the Bowmeister just went a lap down on that exchange, and Coffey trying to put Delaney Gray down a lap as well as they continue to battle. This battle is for position number 4. Jack Smith loses it to Gerald White III as they continue, Ashton, to go back and forth.
6 to go. Coffey, Bush, Thompson, White, and Smith are your top 5 as Smith and White keep trading off and forth to who's going to take that 4th position. But right now, White is holding it strong and pulling away.
Gerald White III, GW3 in the black car in front of the green one for now. Faulkner in the 007. It's Bond, but not Bond in the top 5. So he's trying to get around Smith to try to get him one more position or so, while Wyatt Coffey leads Brexton Bush. They'll be coming around to 3 to go as Smith goes to the outside of one of the lap cars. No, goes inside. Takes the 9 to the bottom of the racetrack. And a slide in front of him. Gerald White III held on. Did not cause a caution.
Great move.
Go ahead.
Great move by those guys behind to keep off as they come by this time. Wyatt Coffey in the 2 has a big lead on Bush in the 18B. Ashton, Brexton might need a yellow if he wants to catch this too.
He most certainly does, as Brexton is far behind your leader of Wyatt Coffey. And if you are Smith right now, you are happy where you want to be with 1 lap to go.
Final lap for the Bandits on day number 2, and Wyatt Coffey trying to take this one. Had a big move on the start to take the lead, and he is going to hold it to the checkered as Wyatt Coffey picks up the win. Bush in a second. Thompson comes home in 3rd.